Hey guys, what's going on? We got a new preview of the Auzituck Gunship, the new Rebel Wookiee gunship from X-Wing's Wave 11. So we're going to jump right in and start talking about it right now and all the cool stuff that they spoiled. So this is the next small ship for the Rebels. It has the auxiliary firing arc, so it can shoot out the sides, which is pretty cool. And we also saw the dial for it today. Mixed emotions on the dial. So we don't have any hard one turns. We do have the hard 2s and hard 3s, a whole lot of white there, a little bit of green, but not great. No K turn, so this thing can't turn around. So this is kind of acting like a shuttle, especially with its 2 crew slots. So the ship itself has 3 attack, 1 agility, 6 hull, and 3 shields, so it's fairly tanky. And it has the 2 crew. So it's basically the Rebels version of the Lambda, except the Lambda, outside of Palpatine doesn't get used that much. So I'm a little underwhelmed with this ship. But one thing that's cool about it is it has the reinforce action. So now let's look at the reinforce here. They put out a special card for this one because it has a special reinforce token that will show you 2 different sides. So it's got one section, the front section has one side of the reinforce token. And then if you reinforce the rear half, then you flip over the token. This way you don't have to worry about, oh, is the token on the front or is the token in the back? And I think that was done for simplicity's sake. And the reinforce basically just it gives you an extra evade if you're attacked on that side, which works. I mean, this is definitely a front half versus rear half kind of ship, so that part is cool. Let's look at some of the pilots that we get with this thing. And so they did preview some of the new pilots. We have our pilot skill 7, Wolf Waro. Wolf Waro, am I saying that right? So Wolf Waro has a pilot skill 7 with an EPT for 30 points. And it says, when attacking, if you have no shields and at least 1 damage card assigned to you, roll 1 additional attack die. So that much is cool. In theory, it could apply to secondary weapons as well. However, there are no secondary weapons on this available to this ship right now. So, it's basically just going to be the primary. So you can get a 4 die attack out of this particular ship, but you have to have taken at least 4 damage first, so it's not as, it's kind of conditional. So and the thing is, by the time you take that, your opponent's probably going to focus you down. So I'm not sure how great this ability is, but there are some things in here that are going to make it work. They showed us our pilot skill 1, that's only 24 points, so, kind of cheap if you're just looking for a quick, shuttle. But again, this is more expensive than the Lambda, so I'm not too crazy about that. Yeah, I don't know. Lohirik, guys, our pilot skill 5. Lohirik is 28 points, also has the EPT. It says, when another friendly ship at range 1 is defending, you may spend 1 reinforce token. If you do, the defender adds an evade result. So, naturally, this combos with Biggs. Okay, and I don't like it because it really is making Biggs significantly stronger. It makes him tremendously stronger, and I don't really like that. I think it kind of flies in the face of the hope of ever getting a T65 fix, and a lot of people really want a T65 fix, and I just don't, And then the real thing that makes it especially nasty is this one's selflessness. So look at this new EPT. It's only 1 point EPT. It says, when a friendly ship at range 1 is hit by an attack, you may discard this card to suffer all uncancelled hit results instead of the target ship. So here's another way to keep Biggs alive. I mean, that's just crazy, because now you can put that on Wolf Waro, have him protected by Biggs. Wolf Waro takes all the damage, now can attack with 4 dice. He's protected by Biggs. And Lohirik is protecting Biggs even more. So maybe if it's if it's exactly a 4 damage attack, Lohirik's like, no, we want Wolf Waro to take that damage, and then every other attack, or the next attack, Lohirik, can protect Biggs. Just nuts. And these are already 3 attack dice ships. Like, I don't know. I thought we were trying to get away from the Biggs, Biggs ruling the Rebels mentality. So I'm just not. I don't know. What do you think, though? That's one of the things I want to talk about. How crazy is Biggs now? And does this maybe mean that a potential T65 fix is going to lower defense? Maybe, like, you're going all out, like remove 1 agility, and gain 1 attack or something like that. Maybe a T65 fix would be something that would counter, be the exact opposite of Biggs. Like a T65 fix would have to be something that Biggs can't use. And since all of this stuff, it almost seems like the Biggs boost expansion. Do you think that, maybe no agility and +1 attack as a T65 or title, it does something like that? I don't know. I don't know. That might be too much. And I'm just spitballing here, but that's what I really want to talk about in the comments. So leave me a comment and let me know, how are they now going to approach a T65 fix, considering these new cards that we got today and how much more powerful they make Biggs? I think it's obscene how powerful they're making Biggs right now. Granted, we have seen some secondary weapons that will allow people to target ships other than Biggs, but even now though, you're still running the risk of, your support ships have so much hull that it's not even that much of a difference if one ship gets to skip Biggs. It's not like you're flying them with ships that only have 2 hull. So that's kind of rough. So I'm not too crazy about this. But let's go further and let's look at some of the other cards that they've teased today. So we've got the Breach Specialist. Breach Specialist is a crew that only costs 1. It says when you're dealt a face-up damage card, you may spend a reinforced token to flip it face down without resolving its effect. If you do, until the end of the round when you are dealt a face-up damage, you can flip it face down without resolving its effect. So Breach Specialist is pretty nice for stopping all crits, but now this was meant to go on the Auzituck, but it seems like its real strength would be to put this on huge ships. Maybe they're looking at little upgrades that are very subtly designed to help increase huge ships. I think Breach Specialist is great because the thing is, you're already using the reinforced token. Like, you're not spending, but it's already being in use when you're being attacked. So you've already got the evade from it. So you've already got its benefit. And then once you have, I got all the crits, now I need to spend it, it's worth it at that point. So this is actually a pretty good card. And the things, you don't have to spend the Breach Specialist. You only have to spend the Reinforced token. It's really not half bad at all. I'll take it. I'll take it. And then so we also get Wookiee Commandos. And initially I wasn't that crazy about this card, but the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of liking Wookiee Commandos. It can only go on certain ships, that's for sure. But basically it's 2 crew for only 1 point, and it's rebel only. When attacking, you may reroll your eyeball results. Now, at first glance, you're thinking, wow, that's my eyeball results are usually good because a lot of times people take focus. But here's the strength of this card. It's only 1 point. Folks, it's 1 point and it takes up 2 crew. There's plenty of ships that you have 2 crew that you can afford just to put the 1 point. You can put him on a Falcon and instantly make it more offensive. You can put this on the gunship to keep if you wanted 2 of them with Biggs and you didn't want any support crew or whatever, here's an offensive title. No problem. It works perfectly here if you want to be able to do the reinforce and still have some extra offensive power. Think of this kind of like Predator, but potentially better. You can't reroll your blanks here, but you don't have to worry about taking a focus. So that much is kind of cool. But I think there's other uses for Wookiee Commandos. I think this is also another one that is useful for huge ships. You can put this on your Tantive, your CR90, how about that? You can put this on your CR90 and that makes it great because the CR90s can't focus anyway. Now granted, they can potentially, if you've got somebody who's allowing them to use their own focus token, there's ways around it, but I think Wookiee Commandos is really, really, really good for a CR90. So this whole expansion is kind of 2 things to me. It's not about the Wookiees at all. All right, it's about Biggs and it's about the epic game. It's about huge ship upgrades. That's my opinion. I think it's very subtly. And prediction time. Okay, we've kind of gone through all the new stuff already. Let's bust into predictions. My prediction for you is before the end of this year, we're going to see something new for epic. And I think it's going to start probably with a actual Nebulon or some kind of extra large, huge stuff. I also think the Superstar Destroyer for Armada is coming. So I'm saying to you right here and now, I'm calling it. We're going to see the Nebulon for the Rebels, or at least another epic ship. So maybe the Dornian gunship, maybe the Hammerhead. But I'm thinking we're going to go even bigger, because the box for a Superstar Destroyer for Armada is going to have to be real big, bigger than we've seen before. And so if we're going to go with boxes that big, we can probably fit a Nebulon in there, no problem. Even if it's like it has to be assembled. No, they're doing that with all kinds of other games. Imperial Assault has stuff you have to assemble. Rune Wars has stuff you have to assemble. No problem. Okay, so I think we're going with more huge stuff, and I think they are going to announce it, and I think we're going to see more of a focus on epic gameplay. Maybe not tournament level epic gameplay, but epic gameplay is really fun. It's cinematic, it's beautiful, and it's gorgeous. And so they can even do like a campaign style thing they did in Armada for the Corellian conflict. Announce a Nebulon and have a campaign to destroy it, kind of like they do with all the huge ships, but also include stuff for all the factions, maybe new cards, new pilots, just new, without having to put new ships for all those factions. Put something in there for everybody, and have a focus on being able to use these huge ships, more epic ships, making them more viable again. We're seeing 2 upgrades already that make these extremely viable. Potentially, the EPT also, you could have it nearby and protect all your, your huge ship from taking that alpha strike. Or put it on the epic ship and protect your little, your little 4-attack weak bomber or something like that. Well, you can't put EPTs on an epic ship, so, but there's a lot of synergy with this expansion for huge ships, and also with bigs. And so, if I want to tie those 2 theories together, the bigs and the huge ship theory together, perhaps the huge ship will also include the T65 fix, or another. There's been several small T65 fixes, but we might see another one there. So let me know what you think, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about my huge ship theory, or bigs. Is bigs gonna be overpowered now? Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.